So now we're out working on the fall mushrooms and Lucy is helping. And we just came across some hen of the woods, which is probably my favorite mushroom. Always by the base of oak trees. That's what they look like.
Show them the one on the back side.
And then they're on the back side, a lot of times they're on a bigger oak tree like this. You'll have other ones growing in here with it. No, they're usually quite a bit, some of them are like quite a bit browner than that. This tree has given us one of these every single year, and now it has a second one started on the back. Yeah, so it produces other ones. Okay. There's the hen of the woods. They're stacked like this. And if you lift up on the bottoms, you can see how the bottom is nice and bright white, and it's all connected like a stalk of broccoli or cauliflower.
Brain stem, like a brain.
Right? Some people cut them off, some people tear them off. I like to reach under the bottom and just break them off, and we'll record that and show you how to clean one and eat it. The ones that I've cut off never came back.
And
These can all be broken off when you go to clean it, just like that. So
like
it looks
cauliflower.
like cauliflower, yep. That's how you know what you have, what you've been looking for. And then, grab that from you. We always put them into a mesh bag like this, so that the spores and stuff with any of our mushrooms can fall out and hopefully give us some more.
Mom and Dad.
Okay.
So what kind of mushroom?
This is a Maitake,
Hen of the woods.
hen of the woods.
The hen of the woods.
There's a chicken and there's a hen.
These are a lot harder to find. They usually grow on the base of oak trees.
And they are known to help what?
People that are on chemo, there's been 3 times now where people that I know, including your grandma, when they were on chemo, they would get so sick from chemotherapy. And she'd have to run into the ER, blood pressures and stuff like that with spikes, couldn't keep any food down. And so we started mixing this stuff in with her food, and she might get a little bit of a fever or feel kind of queasy for a couple hours, and then that was it, not for like days.
Oh wow.
So it's all 3 times that I've tested it on people with chemo. So what I'm doing now is I'm just filling this up with water. I'm gonna add a little salt.
Salt purges them, so
Yeah.
if there are any insects or bugs or anything
makes
like
them-
that, it makes them just like
Bail out.
Cleaner, yeah.
Yeah.
Cool.
Some people don't rinse them, they just like wipe them off. Wipe the dirt off and like throw them in there. I'm not like that. But now you can see like some of the dirt and stuff starting to fall off of it. Okay. If you flip it over, it's all attached to one main stalk. So as I start breaking this thing apart, just like cleaning cauliflower, it should look just like this.
Makes sense.
And if you find one and you bring it back and you can't clean it right away, the best thing to do is put it in a bowl with just a damp paper towel over it, and you can keep it in the fridge for a few days. Otherwise, once they dry out and start to spore out, then they're shot. So as you clean them, then you just break out the fronds like that. Take a chunk like this, pull the fronds off. I usually snap the bottoms off, or you can cut them off. You can eat it, but it's a little bit harder and more woody. But then you have this part like this. Should be nice and white on the bottom. Some of them don't get this brown. And then that section is ready to be eaten. When I'm doing these too, I always like to look underneath each one of the things to make sure there's no bugs or grass or whatever in there. And you can also just take the end, like this chunk that I broke off. Just rip that stem off. Now you got all these fronds. Just like doing cauliflower or broccoli.
chop them up and put it in cream and mushroom soup.
Makes sense.
Cream and mushroom soup,
Yeah.
casserole, good in that. Or just in butter.
Yeah, ours is fried in butter. We've put it into lasagna. Actually, what we're gonna make for tomorrow night is chicken Alfredo lasagna with kale and Maitakes.
Oh yeah.
Woods. You can see how nice and white it is. And the thing I like about hens is they're not very buggy. I mean, like some of the mushrooms you find, if you don't get them right away, they can
Bugs
get,
do.
yeah, the bugs do, and they just get nasty. For some reason, these kind of almost repel bugs.
Sweet, and you just cook them the same way you typically cook holly mushrooms, or just the way you described it?
Yep.
Cool.
And they can be chopped. We freeze a lot of them to set and settle for grandma and grandpa.
To freeze them, you blend them for 3 minutes, and then put them in the freezer. Dry them, and put them in the freezer bag. Lay them on paper towels, pat them dry.
But they're really good, like cooked down in wine too.
On burgers.
Mm-hmm. Oh yeah, that's right. We made the mushroom and Swiss with these one time. They were super good.
Very nice. Nice. Mom just fried some up in a skillet with some butter and just salt and pepper. So I'm gonna try it. I'm trying to think what it tastes like.
Mushroom.
It doesn't have like a mushroomy taste. It almost tastes like a piece of lunch meat. Yeah, I could eat that. Put that on some burgers.
Make a buffalo chicken sandwich out of it. Use the mushroom instead of the chicken. Really good.
Oh yeah.
That I was talking about when we were collecting them too in those cell phone videos, is that the ones that we've found, usually the tree will bring another one back every year. And some people have cut them off with a knife at the base. And I've tried it and had no problems. I've tried it that way, and every one that I've cut off didn't come back. The ones that we actually just tear off, like I showed in the first part of the video, they've come back. That same tree will give us another hen every year. And they pop up just within a couple of days, and then once they get to a certain point, you can kind of tell if you have time to go out and look at it daily. And once it starts looking like it's going to start crumbling and it's not nice and moist anymore and flexible, you want to pick it, because then they go bad pretty quick.
I have a little pick early, but
That's what it should look like. There's a cleaned hen, it's ready to be cooked or processed or frozen.